Niagara Falls neighbors concerned about what they and experts say are toxic emissions from the Goodyear plant are calling for change. People living in and around the Cataract City need to hear this. Goodyear poses the most human health risk than any other factory in Niagara County, according to its EPA risk score. Bridge Rauch is the Clean Air Coalition of Western New York. Mateo Anello lives in Niagara Falls, and Janet Lenacek is the chair of the Sierra Club of Niagara Group. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. It's an important topic. Who would like to start? Give us a little bit of background as far as where we are here in what has been a pretty long fight.
Yeah, I guess I can start. So there's been an issue with the Goodyear plant, these emissions for a very long time, for years and years and years. And like workers have reported issues with the contaminant orthotoluene for a very, very, very long time. And we've been organizing recently to really push for action, to get these emissions reined in. Especially there's a community plume map, that shows the exposure within the neighborhood. And Mateo lives in the community. If you can talk a little bit about that.
Sure. I live in LaSalle area, not too far from Goodyear. I became aware of this issue 2.5 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And when I did, I felt I needed to get involved because, or at least start speaking about it, because I supervised an accidental chemical for almost 30 years. And as a supervisor, I know full well what we went through to look at the issues that we had in front of us, find a way to resolve them, and resolve them. I worked, as my children can tell you, I worked many 12, 14, 16-hour shifts there at the plant to resolve the issues. There were people that couldn't grasp the idea of working in a chemical plant. They had to leave, if you know what I'm saying. So when I became aware, I did a little research. Orthotoluene is a very, very hazardous chemical from the 1800s. Mm-hmm. It's been known since then that it was an issue with human health. And here we are in 2025. The Goodyear plant, knowing about it, has sick workers that they've been caring for the last many years, have known about it for decades, and we're still dealing with it. Senator
Kirsten Gillibrand and other federal leaders are making an issue of this, inquiring to the DEC as to why the DEC has continued to allow Goodyear to pump these toxins into the air. What are the answers that the state has been giving any of you?
Well, it seems to us that this is starting to look like business as usual to the DEC, and even to some degree to the EPA. They don't seem to have much of a sense of urgency. That's what's, I think, most concerning to us, and especially to Sierra Club members. There's over 2,400 of us in the Western New York area. And we remember Love Canal. Mm-hmm. Many of our members are in their 70s and 80s. So we know that the public has to bring this up. If it's not brought up, and if it's not made an urgent issue, it seems like regulators just sort of take their time and they're going along. Goodyear is saying, oh, we need X amount of time to get this in place, and there's no pushback. It's pretty much given what they want in terms of a timetable.
They say they need more time, and in the interim, they don't stop the polluting. Mm-hmm. They continue to pump those toxins into the air and saying they need more time rather than stopping it. When you talk about a city like Niagara Falls, and certainly the communities in and around it in Niagara County, pollution is always a topic of discussion. If it's not 1A or 1B, it's right up at 2A. Do you feel like the residents of Niagara Falls and those surrounding communities have been forgotten by the state DEC or the EPA, especially when it comes to pollution? Is this not just yet another example?
Personally, I feel that EPA and DEC have had a historical problem with remembering the public, remembering the people that live in the communities where these industrial industries are based, as well as the people who own and operate the industry. They're people also, and they're impacting people. So the fact that these organizations can't seem to get it straight now in 2025, to me, it doesn't make any sense at all.
And so residents are banding together. There is a virtual public meeting that is coming up. Who can talk a little bit about that and how folks can get involved?
Yeah, so there's the DEC is going to be holding a virtual meeting. I believe this Thursday.
This Thursday,
Yeah.
right.
Clean Air will post the information on our website, cacwny.org. But we're also hosting a community meeting that's next Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
the 30th. On the 30th, and that'll be in person at New Baptist Hope Church, 1122 Buffalo Avenue.
Very good. So let's talk about this. First one, this is the DEC. They're hosting this virtual meeting. This will be this Thursday from 6 to 8. You've got more information there. You can go to our website, wivb.com. Bridge, you were talking about another meeting that is now going to be held by residents for the following Thursday. That is January 30th?
Yeah.
Give me the details on that again, please.
Yeah, so that'll be January 30th, Thursday, and it's 1122 Buffalo Avenue at the New Hope Baptist Church.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe doors open at
6:30.
6:30.
6:30.
6:30, and meeting starts at 7.
Okay, great. And if there's any information that anyone missed at this time, we'll have this interview up on our website, wivb.com. Guys, thank you so much for being here. This is a really important issue, one that we appreciate your interest in and coming on. Certainly one that we'll be keeping our eye on as well.
Thanks for
Thank you.
having us.
Thank you for
Appreciate
giving us the time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
cheers.
Thank you.
You guys,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you.